Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for the 24th through to the 30th of March. So this week we have a new moon in Aries. So we're starting the whole cycle, the astrological cycle all over again. And of course, we are still in very much the equinox energies. Oh my God, I put my teeth back in. And we're in between eclipses as well. So there's lots going on energetically, but essentially we are stepping into this next quarter, whether that is spring or whether that is autumn. There is this shift in energy. And so the focus for this week, using the Akashic Oracle card deck, which is a modality in a box. It obviously supports you with connecting in with records to bring through guidance through the oracle cards, but it also supports you with being able to activate karmic healing. And you can either do that through the key pendulum that comes with the cards, and I show you how to use that in a free masterclass, or you can actually use the cards as portals of healing also, by having them left out for 24 hours or for as long as you would like to work with that card. There is healing portals and activations also locked in with the cards as well. So for this week, we're all about growth and up level, which is perfect timing for everything that is kind of like going on at the moment. And so the way that I'm reading these cards is we have the bonus card, which gives us this kind of extra last piece of really beautiful guidance around the growth and up level. It's kind of like, how do I leverage? How do I maximize my growth and up level? What do I need to remember to navigate a growth and up level? Growth and up levels in themselves can feel quite challenging. It can feel like we are having a breakdown before the breakthrough. And they can bring up a lot of resistance. They can bring up a lot of discomfort as well when we go for a growth and up level. And that's because we are challenging our edges. We're challenging our kind of growth zone. We're stepping into the growth zone with an up level. So that means that we've stepped out of the comfort zone and we are navigating that transition. And that can be at times quite difficult, and we can also have things that present themselves in our experience that challenge the comfort zone and our desire to be in that next phase, that next level, when we're going in that growth level into that transition, into that space. Yeah, things can show up and be like, do you really want this, and it's kind of like it's a test of, it's an initiation. It's a test of, do I really want this, or shall I just go back to my comfort zone? So what cards you have this week are going to support you with your growth and up level. So that said, if you've not tuned into the cards already, then I'm just going to show you. You've got card 1, 2, and 3. So use the cards, whether that be just one card or be a couple of the cards as your main focus, but I would encourage you to listen to all of the cards because you're going to get then that full picture. And there might be some things that pop up through the week that even though it wasn't the card that you picked, it will give you extra insight, or maybe there might be some tips or whatever. Depends what I channel through for that particular card. But you've got your main focus with the card that you have chosen, or cards. So the way that I'm seeing this with the cards this week is that we've got definitive life areas or specific parts of our human experience that are coming up for growth and up level. So this is just giving you that insight. It's giving you that kind of knowledge that this is where the growth and up level potentially could be for me to apply, or it's naturally occurring in that, that's where it's going to show up. So I've kind of got this insight already for this next 7 days. Now, don't forget, we've got the new moon in Aries. Aries is a very powerful, dynamic energy. So with growth and up level and this Aries energy that's coming through kind of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's as I say, it's perfect timing. So if you are wanting to really leverage your growth and up level this week, and you've picked card 1 as your main focus, Releasing guilt is going to be one of the things that you may want to actually delve a little bit deeper with. So from a kind of named perspective of this card, releasing guilt, you know, are you holding on to the burden of guilt? But I would expand that to the burden of shame, maybe regret, remorse, those types of, you know, where we keep ourselves in the past emotionally. We've not forgiven ourselves, we've not let it go. We're allowing ourselves to kind of keep going over it in some shape or form, even if that's just sitting in the subconscious. You might find that bringing awareness to any aspects of guilt that you are holding on to, and what is just coming into me as well, is where we can also maintain or uphold a behavior or a belief or a habit, a relationship dynamic that means that the other person feels guilty as well, or instead of. So sometimes because of our wounds, we can knowingly or unknowingly keep something going in a relationship dynamic because it's a tit for tat kind of thing. You know, they did this, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep doing this because I know that there's going to be an element of guilt that they will feel, and I want them to feel guilt in some shape or form because that makes me feel better. Or I want them to feel guilty like I felt guilty, you know. And that's not going to be for all of you, but I just want you to just see both sides of this card, and this aspect around guilt. Sometimes we always think it's us and on the receiving end, but sometimes our behaviors can maintain that as a relationship dynamic to make the other person guilty. So, you know, we've got to take, you know, we've got to have honest reflections on ourselves in terms of, you know, our behaviors and how we show up. And of course, there's always reasons for the way that we react to certain people, certain situations. But this is where we can step up and change that. This is a growth and up level week. So if that is something that is, you know, resonating with you in some shape or form, then I would say this week you're ready to bring some light to that. Maybe just accept responsibility and, you know, that's what is going on, and decide for yourself whether you are choosing to let that go and respond in a different way. Also look at the wound in terms of why you want to keep doing that, you know, what needs to be healed or what light needs to be brought into that. So we've got two messages with this particular card. Both might feel uncomfortable. That's okay. We're here for it. We're absolutely here for it. You wouldn't be listening to this if you were not available to hear this. So releasing guilt. So when we release the burdens of guilt, remorse, regret, whatever those things are, then we lighten the load. And look, we can step into the light. We don't need to take any baggage with us. And we're stepping into something new. We feel light. We don't know what's on the other side of the doorway, but that's okay. We're stepping into the light, and we're stepping into a new chapter, a new space. That's what we're creating. So let me know if that card is resonating with you. I would love to hear. Obviously, if you want me to expand on that further and you would like to have your own one-to-one session, then I do single sessions, or I do subscriptions of 4 sessions per year. So it's like a package, which you just pay monthly. And that's a really affordable way to get 4 sessions with me, like healing sessions, oracle session, all combined into the one. So yeah, let me know if you want any more detail around that. So if you pick card 2, so we've talked really more about the emotional aspect, and there's some relationship bits and pieces coming through with card 1. If you pick card 2 as your main card, please go listen to card 1, because you'll probably find that there's something in there that will help support you with your growth and up level this week as well. So for me, if you pick card 2 as your main focus, It's alchemy and magic, growth and up level, alchemy and magic. For me, this is about your spiritual aspect, your soulful, creative aspect. And this for me feels like it's ready for an up level. And again, what we can see here is that the lady is blindfolded and she's fully trusting in where she's putting her time and her attention, what she's creating with her intentions, with where she's putting her time and energy and focus. And you know, it might be some actual actions, it might be spells, words, ritual work, whatever it might be. There's alchemy and magic that can be up leveled and amplified this week. And you don't always need to know what that fully looks like. There's the trust and the discernment that's going on here. So just trust that wherever you're putting your time and your energy, even though you may not be seeing the results just yet, and you think, oh my God, you know, I'm spending so much time on trying to master this process, or to connect with my guides, or to expand my clair gifts, or whatever it might be that you've been focusing on or you've got an interest in. The breakthrough, these signs will start to come through this week. The growth in that level is happening, but you're not always going to be able to see it. So this is where we've got to go inward. We've got to trust, but also if we're taking out our visual kind of like external world and we're going inwards, then we're heightening our other senses. So you then may find that you can start to tune in more strongly with your guides. You may be able to start to hear messages, maybe start to use your imagination more. Your meditation practices may feel stronger. Your ability to use a pendulum or your cards or doing energy healing, whatever it might be. And you know, it might not be so kind of like in the spiritual kind of like arena. It might be more about, you know, the regular work that you do, but you're still bringing your energy and your spiritual self to those spaces. So there's growth and up level within those spaces as well. It's how you're approaching it, and just knowing that the trust is a really big thing that's coming through here with your growth and up level. Trust the process. It may not be going on the timelines that you or your mind, your subconscious, your ego wants, but this card is also an acknowledgement card to let you know that things are being put into place. The universe and your guides are doing all of the things to facilitate your intention, the manifestation. So for me, the focus will be is just ensuring that the inner game within you, this is what I'm getting, the inner game within you feels aligned. And you will know if it feels aligned or not. If you're feeling content and happy, and you know, it would be hard to say without a care in the world. But if you are the majority of the time feeling content and happy with your experience, then that's a reflection of your inner game, your inner world. But if you feel like you're in turmoil a lot of the time and you're feeling confused or you're feeling demotivated, then that is up to you to discover what the root cause is of that, and what you can do in a very small way to start to shift maybe the mindset, maybe the way that you're, you know, what you're ingesting or digesting, how much exercise you're getting and moving the body, how much time you have just to sit with yourself. There's so many things that layer into this kind of inner game, and having this sense of inner well-being. There's so many factors, but that's down to you to go on that journey, and only you can do that journey. But just know that whatever you are focusing your time and energy on, and you're almost you know, you're kind of like, I'm ready for an up level here, I'm ready to be, you know, to expand this card is saying that this is happening, the expansion is happening. You're not always going to see it on your timeline, but just know that it is happening. Have that trust and faith, and keep doing the work, keep doing the practice, keep up-leveling your knowledge, whatever it is that you want to do, lean more into, learn more of, just keep doing the work, because you just being in the world is creating alchemy and magic, and your choices and your decisions and where you put your time and energy is creating alchemy and magic. But I guess you just want to kind of make sure that the alchemy and magic that you're creating feels aligned for you. Because we are creating alchemy and magic all the time, but is it alchemy and magic that we actually want, or is it alchemy and magic that we don't want? Are we getting the results that we want or not? So, alchemy and magic. Let me know if that card is resonating. Again, there was quite a lot of information in that. So just take what is resonating, pull those themes through. And again, let me know in the comments if you've got any questions, how these messages are landing. Okay, so card 3, I picked card 3. So remember, growth and up level. So we've talked about the emotions, and we've talked about perhaps remorse, regret, guilt. We've talked about alchemy and magic. So it's a spiritual connection, our ability to create magic, the way that we are perhaps creating our outer world, reflection of our inner world, and we're going to grow through a growth and up level there. This is now coming to finances, money, wealth, abundance, prosperity. So for some of you, it may not be directly money, but it's financial freedom. So for me, there's 2 things here with growth and up level with regards to this. One of them is the sense of the female dancing, and it's quite cool because her dress is very similar to the top that I'm wearing in terms of color, but also the kind of like flow of the material. So is there joy? Is there a sense of like freedom and independence with your money? And if there isn't, how can you take one small step to take your power back with your money? So that could be paying yourself in your business, even if it's only £1. Doesn't matter about the amount of money, it's about the action of paying yourself that makes the difference. The universe doesn't recognize monetary quantity, it's about the action of you valuing yourself and paying yourself. So that's just one example. Where can you maybe plug some gaps where, potentially there is energy leakages from a money perspective? It also could be literally physical energy leakages, which is then impacting money flow, where you're feeling drained. Is there somewhere in your house that's actually leaking, especially around taps, underneath sinks, things like that connect with water and flow? There are always good things to fix or check out. Are there any blockages in any pipes, things like that, or your guttering? This is all about flow. And it's funny, I don't know why I've gone onto the home, but clearly there is a message for at least one person here about checking your home out. So where is the blockage? Where do you need to bring more flow? Where is there energy leakages? Where can you take your power back? So there's a responsibility piece in here, but there's also the energy flow piece that's going to help just bring more movement. There's a lot of movement in this card. Growth and up level. Remember, the growth and up level. The second piece is about the structure. So we've got these pillars, we've got this kind of archway, and then we've got more pillars at the edge of the card. So there's a real good mix between this feminine flow, but also the solid structure. So for some of you, there may be needed more structure with your finances, potentially. So do you need to actually set up some kind of spreadsheets? Do you need to have something in place so that you can really watch your expenses in and out, and seeing where the money is being spent, and do that from a place of non-judgment, so that you can then make informed choices to maybe look at behavior patterns, wounding, trauma, money stories, money beliefs, because that's what it essentially can lead to, and money fears as well. But without having some kind of structure in place or gathering data in a very nonplussed way, we don't need to attach emotion to any of this, although money is very emotive, and that's why it's a beautiful, powerful healer that we can use as an energy form. But we don't want to get stuck in that story, because we want to move beyond this. This is growth and up level week. So how can you put more structure into your financial aspect of your life? How can you bring more flow into your finances? And essentially what we've also got here is this movement of dance. So joy, not focusing on the money, but focusing on the contentment, focusing on the gratitude, focusing on the fulfillment of life as it stands in some shape or form, can also help move the stagnant energy within your, within your auric field, within the chakras, within your multidimensional being, which can also then just mean that there's a flow, a greater flow of abundance that can get through. And as I said, it doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be something else, like support of some kind being offered, an idea or an inspiration that's coming from somewhere that's, just happens to land in. Or it could even be a new perspective for yourself on a situation that has felt very blocked, very stagnant, that can relate to money. And you've suddenly got a new perspective that just changes everything. It brings the flow in, it brings this sense of freedom. It's like, my God, that perspective, that belief or whatever has kept me stuck for years. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see that. Or I didn't see it from that perspective or whatever. Oh my God, that's just like, it's activated my energy. It's given me motivation, and I now can get going again. This is what can happen in seconds. So growth and up level, how can you maybe bring more structure, or how can you bring more flow into your experience that supports abundance, wealth, money, prosperity? So final card, this is your final lever, as it were, for growth and up level. So this is a discernment card for me this week. So I want you to remember, as you go through these next 7 days, navigating whatever's coming up for you with regards to your growth and up level for this next expansion, this next chapter, keep tapping into your wisdom and mastery. Don't hand your power away to others who, on some level, you believe or feel are better than you, that they have more knowledge than you. They have more capability than you. Now, of course, they're going to have those teachers and those mentors that obviously are going to be, or experts that are going to be very specific with their knowledge and wisdom, and they may have, way more knowledge than you. But that said, you don't want to then go into a cycle of, I'm not good at anything. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, just notice where you are not using your wisdom and mastery to its full extent. Maybe where you're hiding that wisdom and mastery away, maybe where you're not speaking up in groups or with friendship circles or within community or family. And just ask yourself, why is that? Because it's the why that gives you the growth and up level. And this is really about communicating your wisdom and mastery and really holding your own. So that might just be a topic on its own for you, in terms of where can I hold my own more with my wisdom and mastery, and really believe in my own wisdom and mastery, knowing that I've got the experience. In order to have the mastery, it means that we've done it over and over and over and over again, so much so that it's almost like it's semi-automated and we're just masters at it. So most of us would be masters at maybe making a cup of tea, or riding a bike. or driving a car. You know, we're masters at it. And so if you're struggling to even like think, oh, what am I a master at? I can't think of anything, because, you know, you may be going to something that's really kind of quite flamboyant and, you know, niche. And it's not. We're masters at lots of things, but we've just not maybe considered that we've mastered that, or that we're a master of it, or that we think it's very good. You know, it's not anything that we'd really sing and dance about, which, you know, a lot of the things we probably wouldn't. But it shows that you can master things and that you are a you know, you do have mastery. So growth and up level. What I also get with this particular card as well is if you want to extend your knowledge and wisdom to the next level, because this is the growth and up level week, to become a master at that, to become very practiced at it, then where are you holding yourself back with that? Are you dedicating enough time to be able to do that and practice? Or do you need to up level your knowledge and skill set in order to do that? Which may require training, a new teacher, etc., etc. So wisdom and mastery. Own your own wisdom and mastery this week. Remember who you are and really own your energy. That's what this card is all about. Own your energy. Okay, so let me know how those cards resonate. Let me know if you've got questions. I will put an appropriate meditation at the end. I'm going to tune in and see which one is going to be the most appropriate. It's going to help you with growth and up level this week. It's probably going to be related to growth and up level. I'm sure I have one. If you do want to get your own Akashic Oracle card deck, the modality in a box, then drop and have a look at the link below in the comments or in the description. And if you do want to have one-to-one sessions with me, then please reach out and I will share more information about that. Otherwise, have a beautiful week. Enjoy the new moon energies, the equinox energies, and also the eclipse energies. All right, love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.